members are fighting for about 750,000 students, and the province needs to listen to their demands. He says to be legislated back to work without being listened to feels disrespectful. Canada is poised to lose its international status as a measles-free country now that an outbreak that started in New Brunswick and spread to other provinces has continued. McGill University epidemiologist Nicole Basta says the effectiveness of the vaccine has fostered some complacency about how serious measles is.
Because we have enjoyed this period of measles elimination for so many decades, I think that the real present threat of measles hasn't been very recently recognized. So that has allowed some of our vaccination rates to slip in certain communities and around the country.
Measles was declared eliminated in Canada in 1998 and requires a 95% vaccination rate to achieve herd immunity. Hurricane Melissa has strengthened into a Category 5 storm as it draws closer to Jamaica, where forecasters say it will unleash catastrophic flooding, landslides, and widespread damage. The intensification happened today. The system would be the strongest hurricane to hit the island since record-keeping began in 1851. Melissa has been blamed for 6 deaths in the Northern Caribbean as it heads towards the island. It was on track to make landfall tomorrow in Jamaica before coming ashore in Cuba later in the day and then heading towards the Bahamas. It was not expected to affect the United States or Canada. The daytime robbery of the Louvre in Paris has seen new developments in the investigation. AP correspondent Julie Walker reports on the new arrests made in the jewel heist.
More than 100 investigators in Paris hunting for stolen jewels and some of the thieves that took them from the Louvre Museum in a daring daytime heist. 4 men were seen riding off on scooters with the stolen crown jewels worth more than $100 million after using a basket lift to scale the outside of the museum and enter through a window. Officials say 2 are under arrest. A source not authorized to speak publicly says one was caught Saturday at the airport trying to fly to Algeria. Both men are in their 30s and known to police. Meanwhile, investigators are analyzing DNA, combing surveillance video, and questioning museum employees. The jewels are also now on Interpol's Stolen Works of Art database. I'm Julie Walker.
Moving on to sports, the Toronto Blue Jays will play in Game 3 of the World Series tonight as the series shifts to Dodger Stadium for the next 3 games. After splitting the first 2 games in Toronto, the Blue Jays look to find their bats again after Dodgers pitcher Yoshinobu Yamamoto held them to just 1 run in Game 2 while pitching a complete game. 41-year-old playoff legend Max Scherzer is expected to start for the Jays on the mound tonight. Blue Jays manager John Schneider says it's been a joy to manage the intense Scherzer, who has earned the nickname Mad Max over his career for his fiery outbursts both on and off the field.
He's stepped on landmines. He's dodged landmines in a World Series, in a 7-game series. Here's my thought. Here's my feedback. What are you thinking? Okay, when do I throw my side?
Another potential spark for the Blue Jays may be coming with star Bo Bichette returning to the starting lineup at second base. The last time these teams played in Los Angeles, rookie pitcher Mason Fluharty struck out Dodgers star Shohei Ohtani for the clinching out that clinched the Blue Jays winning the division and in turn hosting this World Series. The first pitch is set for 5 p.m. The Vancouver Canucks currently sit at 5-5 through their first 10 games after their overtime win last night against the Edmonton Oilers. The team is currently tied for the last playoff wildcard spot with the up-and-coming Chicago Blackhawks. Head coach Adam Foote says he's been impressed with the team's character so far this season.
Our belief is so much different now, where we'd go rogue maybe in the past, get off our belief of how we're going to play. And when they tied it up, we kept going. We kept being relentless.
Canucks have an off day today, followed by a highly anticipated matchup with the New York Rangers, where they are set to welcome former assistant captain JT Miller back to Vancouver for the first time since his departure last season. The Vancouver Whitecaps kicked off their playoff run in grand fashion, dismantling FC Dallas in Game 1 of their best-of-3 opening series. The Whitecaps won the game 3-0 after holding a 22-0 edge in shots and 62% of the possession. Head coach Jasper Sorensen says his team made adjustments after falling to Dallas in the final game of the regular season last week.
Good teams and smart guys, they make mistakes, but they have to learn from it. And I think we made some mistakes a week ago, and now we we also learned a little bit from it, and I think that we looked very solid.
Vancouver is now only one win away from meeting LAFC or Austin FC in the conference semifinals, which will take place on November 22nd. Game 2 is on Saturday at 6:30. Persistent showers are expected in the Lower Mainland over the coming week, with a small break of sun expected on Thursday. Temperatures are expected to hit a low of 5 and a high of 13 on Wednesday. Thank you for turning in to your 3 o'clock news report. I've been Elijah Ford for BCIT's The Crow.
Stay tuned for more on BCIT's 1680 The Crow.
When I tell people that I study journalism, they immediately say, oh, you want to be a reporter. But I think, in my case personally, I really want to go into magazines, PR, social media. And I think here at school we learn a lot of skills that allow you to go into that world, because you learn how to write for social media, social content, for websites,